If you've ever wanted to get a meeting with me, if you've ever emailed me, if you've ever tried to call me, you've probably talked to Haley Baker, right? So like she runs my entire life inside of all the companies and all the things that we do. And it's just funny. So I want to tell a little bit of that story. Because, Haley's a young lady that came in, and the story started with a Facebook message.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of year one. And we were posting stuff. We were always looking for help and hiring and all these things. And I just get this, like, I still get them. I get so many messages, but I got this one. And it was like, hey, been following you guys since you started posting. Love your company, love what you do. I want to be a part of it. And I was like, oh, that's awesome. Like, what do you think you want to do? She was like, I don't know. I saw you were hiring for salespeople. And so I just wanted to send you a message. And I was like, well, cool. I'm interviewing next Wednesday. Just come by the office. And so she showed up. I had no idea like what to expect or anything like that because I don't really pay attention to detail. This is why I need a Haley. This is like it's full circle moment here. Like I don't.
Let me give you background on this, okay? Because it's really cool and we don't sugarcoat things. Mind you, this was in a time period in our lives where TJ and I had offices that were literally side by side. And my side was on fire every day, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And his side seemingly was just under control. And continue.
Yeah. So I'm doing interviews all day. And then the last interview of the day, here comes Haley at like, how old were you? 21? 21-year-old. She comes in. She's smiling ear to ear, excited. And I'm like, so let's talk about like, what is it that you want to do here? She's like, I don't know. And I was like, okay. And, like, what kind of experience you got? She was like, none. And I was like, even better. And I was like
completely green.
Yeah, like we've got some different openings. We're looking for some different things. Like, what do you want to plug into? She was like, yeah, I just want to be a part of the team. You don't even have to pay me. That's a true statement. She was like, you don't even have to pay me. I just want the experience. And so I was like, you're hired. That's the best news you can hear as a guy starting a company. Like, hey, you want to work here and you don't even expect payment. And I got so excited because I was like, it was just such a genuine, because a lot of times in interviews, you just get people that are just, peacocking. They're just, They come in with a resume 32 pages long and they're 26 years old, and I'm like, bro, you ain't done that much yet. Like, calm down. But it was just such an authentic experience. And like, I really love seeing young people to be able to tap into them. And if you ever come to one of our offices or you ever pay attention,
they're full.
We have a ton of young people. And so I was like, well, you're hired. You can start Monday. And she's like, what am I going to do? And I was like, I don't know. Like,
show up.
Just be here at noon. We'll start part-time. I was like, show up at noon, and you just plan on being here from like noon to 5 o'clock, and we'll figure it out on Monday. And so I walked out, and Ross is in his office with all of his people, and he's like, how'd your interviews go? I was like, good. He was like, who was that last girl? I was like, I don't know. She just messaged me, and I hired her. He's like, to do what? And I was like, whatever we want her to do. And he was like, well, what are you paying her? I was like, she says she worked for free. And then Ross was like, you got to pay her something. So we put together a deal, and Haley started part-time in our front office.
In the corner.
Yeah, and just up in the front little alcove as a, what do we used to call that? What do we call that position? First impressions, the director of first impressions. And boy, did she let some good ones happen, right? She was too afraid to answer the phone.
I love your first impressions.
Yeah. See, I don't even know the names of the title. I have to, this is real life how we work together. But she started up there and she would answer the phone and she would be like, thank you for calling the Barndo Co. This is Haley. How can I help you? And never said hello.
Yeah.
Never said goodbye. Like, it was just like you'd walk by, and if it was between 12 and 5, she was there, and at 5, she was gone. And I used to always aggravate her. I'd go there and be like, what's up, money? And she would just like look at me with absolute disgust and be like, please do not draw attention to myself or yourself in this moment. I'm just here to answer the phones. And over time, I think, 2 or 3 months later, we made you full-time. And then she started doing that. She started working in that capacity. I had a different EA at the time, and she started kind of working hand in hand with her. And then that EA left the company. And then I had a moment about 2.5 years ago where I looked at Haley and was like, I need to hire an EA. do you think you can do this? She's like, well, I think I'm already doing some of it. And I was like, fantastic, you're hired. And so she became my EA almost 3 years ago. And she runs my entire life now. Like literally knows everything. She's officed with me. She's always with me. She's involved in everything to the point to where you and the entire leadership team inside of Barndo, if you can't get me, you just ask Haley. Like 80% of what you're going to ask me, she just gives you the answers anyway.
Oh, it's for sure. Even as owner, I'll call TJ. He doesn't answer. I'll call Haley next.
That's right. It's just, she just knows the business. She knows front and back of what I would do, what I wouldn't do. She gives people little pointers. Like, I don't think TJ's going to like that very much. And it's just been great. So like Haley is absolutely a key player in my life. She does everything. Like she's basically like a part of our family. You know, my wife loves Haley. They talk, I think, more than me and Haley talk now. And I told her the other day, I was like, I don't know how I feel about this because now my wife has bird's eye view to what's going on in my life too, and she can get out 2-3 days ahead of me because I don't even know my own schedule. I walk in the morning, Haley's like, "This is what you're doing today," and my wife's like, "I know that from 3 to 4:15, you ain't got nothing going on." I talked to Haley, and I'm like, "Dang," but I couldn't operate. So huge shout out to Haley, and she's definitely the number one slot on my foundational people. They helped us get this thing up off the ground. Because I wouldn't be able to operate in any capacity with all the things we have going on if I didn't have her facilitating.
And keep in mind, like she was EAing for you and controlling client experience, bro. All the stuff that was on the board,
draws, banks, finance. God. Like she's wore every hat in the company.
I don't know how many hats you have worn, but it's been a lot of them.
Yeah, she was always good. Like we'd have an opportunity to promote her, and I would say, "Would you rather do that, or would you rather be my EA?" And she would be like, I really just want to be the EA. And I'm like, okay. And so win for me. I'll take it.
Yep.